guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kristi and welcome to my channel. Today I have 10 tips for you guys on how to prep for a new semester, and I'm super excited about this video because especially since I know it's really difficult for a lot of people right now with learning online and just doing everything remotely. It's really difficult to learn that way, and I totally get it. I'm with you. It's like such a struggle as the new semester is approaching for most of us, whether you have started already or if you are about to start. I hope you guys will enjoy these tips to help you stay organized kind of physically and mentally, and will help you prepare for a new semester. Let's just hop right into it. Okay, so tip number one is to develop some sort of routine, whether it's a morning routine or just a little routine. I usually do my skincare, I'll grab a little breakfast or something before my class so that I'm all set. I have like my little water with me, my notes set up and everything, and that kind of routine just really helps me set myself up for the day and just feel more organized. And this just helps so much to prepare for the class that you have or for your day, and honestly it just helps me so much to have something that I'm continuously doing every day to just prepare and get ready for the classes that I have. Even if you just wake up 30 minutes before your class and get coffee, get a little breakfast or something, pull out your notes before your class, even that, just that small little routine will help you so much to feel more organized before you are going into your class. I highly recommend it. So the second tip is print out your class schedule. Whether you write your schedule down or print it out and kind of just leave it on your bedside or hang it up on the wall or something, whatever it is, just make sure that you have your schedule easily accessible so that you know which classes you have for which days and you can kind of mentally prepare for those days. Last night, it was like before I was going to bed, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what class I have tomorrow, I don't know what time it starts, and I had my schedule printed out and I just picked it up and I looked, and then I knew kind of like what classes that I had for the day and could like mentally prepare for that. If you are like lazy and you're like, oh, I don't know what classes I have, but I'll just figure out in the morning, it's just so much easier if you have your class schedule ready. What I really like doing is take my class schedule and I actually just put it all into my calendar that's on my laptop, and this really helps because I'm always on my laptop. I always get like the notifications of if I have class soon or whatever, and I find this really helpful. So you can do that, or you can just use like Google Calendars, or if you don't want it electronically, you can just print it out and have it on your desk or your bedside table. I also found that having a little calendar in my room, if you have that, you can also fill in your classes for each days and what times they are and what you have. So yeah, that also helps a lot, but definitely printing out your class schedule is super helpful. I've been doing this since high school, just to keep it in my calendar. And tip number 3 is to take the time to really just read through the syllabi that you have for your classes. You can either print them out again, or you can just put them into a folder or something so that they are easily accessible if you ever wanted to go back and look at deadlines or just main points. I really like just putting the syllabus for a class in the folder that I have for that class so that it's all in one place with like my notes and everything. But really go through and read out the deadlines and major focal points of the syllabus so that you know exactly when stuff is, and you're not kind of just going day by day without knowing if you have a test soon or if you have an assignment or whatever. So going through all of these deadlines and like the grading pieces and stuff is like super important. So I in my past have definitely kind of skipped through the syllabus and didn't really read it, and then I was like, wait, what, the test is 60% of my grade? I like to definitely be prepared with that, and then again, you can print them out, whatever you want to do. I find it really helpful to just put it in the folder that I have for that class though. So yeah, that's just me personally. It's whatever you wanted to do. I like just having it kind of easily accessible so I don't have to like look it up. And whatever, because I usually get too lazy to do that. So jumping on to the next tip is tip number 4, which is highlighting the focal points of the syllabus and just writing down the deadlines, the requirements, etc., materials you need for the class. And if you are printing this out, just take a highlighter, highlight all the things that you think are important, such as the deadlines, whatever. I usually just write the main focal points on the top of my notes for that class, so that I know exactly when deadlines are, how much this test is for my grade, or if I have an assignment coming up, materials I need, whatever. And it's all just on the top of my notes, and then I don't have to go back to the syllabus and look for it. So I highly recommend that. If you think like a notebook of the notes, you can just write down the focal main points of the syllabus. It's like even easier to access, so it's a really great start to start prepping for your classes, and you'll have just like a really clear overall idea of what that class is like compared to the other ones. Tip number 5 is to develop a good note-taking strategy. Stay consistent with that. For me personally, I have struggled with this, especially with online school. It's like so confusing and difficult to know which note-taking strategy to do, because it's like all online. So it's like, should I write it out or should I just type it? I do like taking my notes on my computer rather than just the handwritten notes. Like last semester I wrote all my notes handwritten, and then I just ended up switching my notes to my computer. So then halfway through the semester I was like, just felt so all over the place and like unorganized, because not everything was in one place. Highly recommend just figuring out if you want to stick with handwritten notes or if you want to stick with writing your notes on the computer, because then you can just have all of your notes in one place and you won't feel unorganized and like cluttered. Definitely just sticking to one note-taking strategy and staying consistent with that. But the next tip is to organize your notes in folders. So this is really important to keep all your notes in one place. When my notes are all over the place and they're jumbled with other classes, I start to get frustrated, because then the class is starting and I'm like trying to figure out where my notes are, if they're in this folder, whatever. Since my notes are all online, I like to just make folders on my desktop. I'll just name them with the name of the class and just put all my notes and stuff, the syllabus and everything in that folder, so that everything is just in one place. And I find that this just really helps a lot, because again, everything is just all together. I'm not scrambling to look for anything before the class is starting, and it's just so much easier to find everything. And yeah, definitely just organizing your notes in folders, making sure that everything is together. 7th tip is to clean out and organize your study space, and this is so important, as I keep talking about with like the organization. Organizing your space is so important for the mind to be able to actually focus on that class. And if you have all these distractions, the coffee cup, here's this last night's, you know, cookie wrapper or like whatever of that on your desk, I feel like your brain is just going to be distracted by those things. Yeah, so having an open space that's decluttered, a huge factor in your headspace and how productive you will be throughout your classes. Jumping off of the last tip, so tip number 8 is to organize your desktop and also clean it out. So this has been really helpful. I just did this actually because I have like all of last semester's files and stuff, like just old documents, etc., pictures and stuff that I don't need, and it was taking up so much space on my computer and storage. I didn't think I would have enough space to put my notes and stuff because my computer was just so backed up, but it will just feel so much better to have everything cleaned out and have new space for new files and for your notes. And just, you'll feel so cleansed and happy with how organized and like decluttered you feel. It will be like a fresh surface to start the semester. Maybe even clean out your camera roll if you're feeling jazzy. I know that's like a huge commitment. I've tried so hard to go through my camera roll and tried to delete so many pictures, but it's hard because I feel like I'm like a picture hoarder. Okay, so tip number 9 is to plan time for yourself, to relax, do a little self-care. Your mind is not school 24/7, and you can have a little time for yourself to let your mind wander other places. Just relax so that you don't stress yourself out too much. And yeah, so just make a schedule to put in time for yourself to relax throughout the day. I think with me, if you follow me on Instagram, I put like my daily schedules and stuff. I've been doing that lately, and I have always put relax as part of my day. Just relax, self-care, whatever. I feel like if your mind is just work and school 24/7, you're just gonna feeling like extremely stressed out, and like planning time for yourself will just make your life so much less stressful. And it's very important to have a little bit of self-care here and there. A face mask, a candle, put on a show, whatever it is, whatever your type of self-care is, plan that in your day. The last tip is to create an exercise plan. Getting your body moving throughout the day with classes and everything is really important, because you're gonna be in your body moving, you're gonna be getting up, not sitting looking at a computer screen listening to a professor talk all day. So you're gonna be pumping those endorphins. It's gonna make you feel a lot better to get your body up and moving. And I know with online school too, it's really hard because we're all sitting in our rooms and our homes just kind of looking at a screen all day. So trying to fit in exercise is a really good idea. Even if you don't have access to a gym or anything right now, even if you just put in a little bit of time to do 50 sit-ups or 25 jumping jacks, or to go walk around your apartment or your house, walk up and down the stairs, plan a little bit of time throughout your day to get your body moving, pump those endorphins. Don't think about school for like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, however, get your body moving. Okay, so that is all the tips that I have for how to prepare for a new semester, and I really hope you guys liked this video. If you are starting a new semester, I wish you the best of luck this semester. I hope these tips really helped you or inspired you to prepare in the best way possible. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already. It would mean so much to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video.